driving, pull people in, then kick it out. Because that's what you're best at. Pull people in, then kick it out. And they're not utilizing. I want to see them start utilizing Rondo and Stoudemire with the pick and roll.
Man, that's nice.
I want to start seeing that.
That's what I want to see too.
Is them utilizing Stoudemire? I want to see that pick and roll. And the way it looks like the way Stoudemire is playing right now, he's not losing anything. I mean, he looks like he's got legs under him.
Yeah, he's been looking great.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to go. And then once you get Tyson Chandler back in, that middle is gonna be a force. That middle is gonna be a true force.
Chandler and
Tyson Chandler and well, I'm saying it doesn't matter who
the middle. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
between
matter
him
who you
and
swap.
Stoudemire.
Yeah, between him and Stoudemire, doesn't matter who you swap out. And then all you gotta do is just get you a spot. Just get you a spot, because you can't hit the way you used to. You can't shoot it all over the court the way you used to. Just get you a spot. Let Rondo know where you're going to be. The spot you like, you get to that spot and you can sit there all day long.
Is Rondo back next year?
I don't know. And we got a lot of speculation that's out there. I don't know if he's back because I don't know what this sit down is going to do. It doesn't necessarily mean you're gone. It doesn't necessarily mean you're back. Like I said, we got to wait. We got to play this season out. We got 26 more games. Let's play these 26 more games.
True.
Let's not worry about what's going on next season. Because if after these 26, we back in the finals, my question is this finals a bust? Is this year a finals or bust year?
Finals or bust year?
Yeah.
That's a good question. It's too, for me, and Mark Cuban is doing everything he can to make sure Nowitzki has at least one more ring before he retires, okay? We get that. Since the start of this year, we have added Chandler Parsons.
Right.
Re-added Tyson Chandler.
Right.
J.J. Barea.
Right.
Amara Stoudemire.
Right.
Rajon Rondo.
Right. And don't forget,
we got a lot. That's 5 players, and I didn't name all of them.
Right.
That started new with the Mavericks this year.
This team is totally different from what was last year. It's a totally different team.
It's pretty obvious, right?
It's a totally different team. That's what I'm asking. Is this a bust year? Is this finals a bust?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if I can say that now because this team has not had the time to gel as one team for all 82 games. We started adding players as we go on.
Okay,
in the season.
Was the Miami Heat when they brought the big 3 in? Was that finals a bust?
The first time?
That team, yes.
With that talent that they had, it was a bust to me.
But they only had 3. They only had 3 top players. Everybody else was just has-beens.
And those are top flight players.
But everybody else was has-beens.
Chris Bosh came from Toronto. He was their number 1. He came to Miami.
Right.
Dwayne Wade was already their number 1. And LeBron James came from Cleveland as number. You had 3 number 1s on your team.
But you need a bench. You have to have a bench.
That's true.
You got to have players behind you. You just can't win with 3.
That's true.
So, but that year was looked upon as finals or bust.
I think it was a finals or bust for that first year when they faced the Mavericks in 2011.
This year, we've got not only 5 top players, we got a bench. J.J. Barea come off, we got a bench. Is Devin Harris coming off the bench? Is this finals or bust?
We got some real serious talent on this team. I can tell you that, but I'm not sure. You have to get back with me on that. That's a good question.
How long are these players staying around?
That's the thing. We're not going to get the same team next year.
So this is a here and now type thing. This is a microwave type. We just microwave this offense right here.
Who's the nucleus on this team?
You know what? It's not Dirk.
You had LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. We knew that was the core of that team. But who's the core of this Maverick team?
There's not necessarily a core here. I don't think there is. I think they're just.
In other words, who can you say will be here this year, will be here next year, was there last year? Ain't going nowhere. You got to have a core.
Okay, can we? Monty Ellis?
He's one.
Tyson Chandler?
If Mark Cuban keeps him here, he's 2.
See, but you said if.
True.
So you can't say if. Is there really a core on this team? Willie, what do you think?
I think the whole team is a core because we've seen over and over again how we like I said, we got a bench now. We can bring some guys in off the bench when the starters are faltering or, shots missing. I remember Charles Barkley saying that, the Mavericks were a soft jump shooting team. If you live by the jumper, you die by the jumper. Well, we went and got some toughness with Chandler and became an NBA champion. And we also had the starters, Dirk, Terry, and all those guys. And then we also had guys that came in off the bench and played major roles in a limited, like you said, in their limited minutes. They made a major impact. And that was just consistent all year long. And I think we can do it because we got those guys again this year. We got Aminu, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, coming off the bench.
Yeah,
he's clowning.
Ekafor or something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, it's not Ekafor.
What is it? Amino who? What's the last name?
Amino Farik.
Oh, Farik, yeah. Okay, well,
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, we got those guys coming off the bench. Brought J.J. Barrett back. He's effective in his few minutes on the floor. There's just not that, I don't know that you can call, Dirk the cornerstone anymore, but he's still very effective. Monte is Monte. And as far as that solid nucleus, I'm not sure what's on one of the players. The nucleus to me is Carlisle because he's been the constant.
Yeah, I would say that.
That's true.
I think this is more of a team that is. To me, this is like your stars just become blue collars, because Rajon Rondo was a star, was like the headliner in Boston.
Rondo. Garnett, and Pierce.
Right. But he was one of the headliners.
Mm-hmm.
Stoudemire was at one time a headliner.
Yes, he was.
Dirk was one time a headliner.
Right.
Okay. I think right now we just have stars that said, I'm just gonna be blue collar, and we're just gonna get the work done. I don't put this team in 2011 because 2011 you really didn't know what you had. You had true blue collars just working, and all you had then in 2011 was Dirk. And Dirk didn't even play like the star. He just blue collar with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have another stars that's just become blue collar and said, let's just get the work done. For me, it is finals or bust. Because I can't spend all this money, put all these players together, and then we make first round, second round. And for me right now, if this team does not come together, you got 26 games, you got time to come together and gel it. If you can't come together and you go into the playoffs and you won and done, it's a bust. If you don't get to the finals, to me, it's a bust because you spent too much of your resources just to get this team here now.
Does it get to the finals or win the finals?
Just get to finals. Yeah, I'm saying get to the finals. Finals or bust. I'm not saying win. I'm saying finals.
Including beating the San Antonio Spurs, which has been their nemesis.
But they've done it before. It's not like they've never done it before. And San Antonio, yes, they put a couple of pieces together, but this team right now is the headline of the NBA.
The Mavericks?
Yeah, the Mavericks, based off of the players they put together, not based off their record. Because if we want to go off a record, we could talk about Atlanta. We could talk about Golden State. If we want to go off records, we're talking about just the players they put together and the names they put together. This is the headline of the NBA.
Well, if it's finals or bust for you, what's the problem now? Why is this team struggling to beat the top 8 in the West?
Because, number one, you made a good point. They've not gelled. That's number one. Number two is they're waiting for players to do something. I'm waiting for Rajon Rondo to come up, to wake up. I'm waiting for Tyson Chandler to get healthy again. I'm waiting for Dirk to hit that one shot, that turnaround that he always hits. I'm steady waiting. I'm playing a waiting game, but I'm not necessarily doing the things I need to do. I'm going to do a little. I'm going to fit within my role, but I'm going to wait. That's why I'm going to sit back and dish it to Dirk and sit back and watch. I'm not going to get under the boards just in case he misses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sit back and wait. And as soon as the ball goes up, I'm halfway down the other court, but he done missed the ball, so I'm not there waiting for the rebound.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily playing the ball that I need to be playing because I'm waiting for the star to show up.
Okay.
Willie, what do you think?
Yeah, that sounds like I haven't seen that many games this year, to be honest. But that sounds like an accurate assessment. Carlisle is one of those types of coaches that he's gotten the best out of his players and his system, and by the time playoff time rolls around, the process has gelled and everybody's come together and kind of understood their roles. And once we get in this postseason, and we locked into our assignments, we know what to do.
Yeah, and that's what we've got to do. We got to get there. Then, and the other thing is, Carlisle he's still mixing and matching. He's still trying to get lineups. He's still trying to get a good lineup together.
Yeah, he's still experimenting this late in the season.
Exactly, and he shouldn't be experimenting this late in the season.
That's not good news.
He should have it together. Now, we all in Carlisle we trust, right?
Right.
And that,
I do.
And that's even fans. We're waiting. We're playing the same game that the Mavericks are playing. Sitting back waiting. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna scatter shoot. We're gonna dig into the website, and then we're just kind of move ourselves out. But let's take a quick break. I got something for you though.
Oh, you do?
I think so.
All right, you're listening to 411 Sports Talk Radio on FaceTimeRadio.com. We'll be right back.
Should know by the way you parked your car sideways that it wouldn't last. See, you're the kind of person that believes in making out once, love them and leave them fast. I guess I must be dumb. She had a pocket full of horses, Trojan and some of them used. But it was Saturday night. I guess that makes it alright. You see, what have I got to lose? Honey, when I saw all the pictures of the jockeys that were there before me. Believe it or not, I started to worry. I wondered if I had enough class. But it was Saturday night, I guess that makes it alright. You say, baby, have you got enough gas? Oh yeah, little red Corvette. Baby, your mind's too fast. Yes, you are. You mean that love that's gonna last? Hey, hey, little red Corvette.
Now, who was that?
Prince, got to slow down now.
I figured that was Prince. That's your auditioning skills again?
I can't audition on Prince. I'm sorry. I cannot audition on Prince.
Welcome back to 411 Sports Talk Radio on FaceTimeRadio.com. Our website is 411sportsnews.com. As the Benchwarmer just continues
This ain't mixing, but I can mix though.
Yeah. I see your mixing skills over there. All right. As we are getting ready to end the show, we like to get into the segment called Scatter Shooting. What you want to scatter shoot about?
Couple of things here. Make sure you guys go to the website. We're trying to build a network through this website. You can go to the website 411sportsnews.com. Click on entertainment. You drop down. You click on network. Go ahead and sign up. Be a part of our network because we're going to build this thing out big time. But while you're there, you get NBA news, Maverick news, Cowboy news, NFL news, hockey. Man, I got boxing on this bad boy. Which Pacquiao and...
Speaking of that, is that fight still on for May 2nd?
May 2nd. It is still on.
So it hasn't been canceled. I've been seeing some stuff saying it was on hold.
No. It's still on.
Okay, cool.
It's still on. Are you gonna order it? Is that worth ordering?
I've never done that before. I've always just
went over
Crash at
somebody's
somebody's house.
So you gonna be at the house, huh?
I might be crashed.